All right. And we are live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the first ever live broadcast. What I mean is the first ever live broadcast. I mean it is the literally the first ever live broadcast. So, welcome. We're just gonna wait for everybody to kind of get set up here, and once we have everyone, we'll go ahead and get started. But awesome. So, why did I decide to do a live broadcast today? Okay, why did I decide to do a live broadcast today? Honestly, because honestly, I just really wanted to try it out to see how it works, and because we have a new software that I wanted to try to see what's going on with it. But but what's the premise behind today? What's the premise behind today's live broadcast? The premise today behind today's live broadcast is if you've been following this channel for a long time, then you probably know that I started out as a tutorial channel. Well, need some water, don't have it. I started as a tutorial channel, and then obviously we evolved into the podcast. And I still have a majority of my audience that still relies on the basically the tutorials. And honestly, I just don't have the time anymore. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk about it. Let me go ahead and talk about how you can go ahead and get the next 30 clients for your agency. Let's make sure everything is working here properly. Okay, stream's looking good. And I'm just relaxed right now. I'm having fun. All right, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started into this presentation today. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Um, let's go ahead and share the entire screen. And I actually have a presentation today. I actually have PowerPoint slides. Okay, PowerPoint slides. Let me just make sure, guys, because I'm basically playing DJ here. So let's make sure everything's kind of going all right. Uh, let's go to the live broadcast. Okay. Okay. Some live control. So, for instance, let me ask you guys right now: who is ready? Okay, who is ready to get basically your next 30 clients in 90 days? Who's ready to get your next 30 clients in 90 days? If you're ready to get next 30 clients in 90 days, whenever you're watching this, I want you to leave in the comment section that I want my next 30 clients. And also, just an FYI, guys, I'm also gonna try to see if I can do a live podcast as well because honestly, the editing is killing me. So, and rather than having high editors, I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a live podcast. All right, let's go ahead and continue. So, what's the importance of the masterclass? Okay, what is the importance of this masterclass? All right, well, for you to understand the importance of the masterclass, then you have to understand how did I get started into SaaS. SaaS. So what is SaaS? Okay, software as a service. What is software as a service? So software as a service is I want you to think about software as a service is there is the traditional businesses, right? There's a traditional business where you have your traditional business where you are basically, let's say you're a bricklayer or let's say you are a plumber, right? And your service and your job is basically to come into someone's home, fix their home, or do some sort of construction work. Now, software as a service is where you actually have the software itself doing the job. You have the software itself doing the job. Now, how did I get started in SaaS? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. For you to understand how I got started into SaaS, I first pretty much have to understand it. I want you to understand. I used to be a life insurance agent. Okay. I used to sell life insurance and I sold life insurance door to door, door to door. What does door to door mean? That means I was out there, I was knocking on doors. I was knocking on doors. I was talking to whoever it is that wants to buy life insurance. I'm like, hey, you need some life insurance? Yo, you want some insurance? Right. And also, I'm going to tell you about how it started. So, okay, it's so funny. I remember this. So I was living in Florida at the time. I still am, but my Uber Eats guy. So he comes in, he delivers the Uber Eats, right? So we start talking. I'm Nigerian. Most of you who don't know might know it. I'm Nigerian. So we're talking, and I heard an accent. I'm like, hey, where you from? He's like, what do you mean? You know how people get very defensive when you ask them where you're from. I'm like, where you from? He's like, Nigeria. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm Nigerian. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, I'm Nigerian. My last name is Igweh. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, bro, I legitimate. Oh, we have 65 people. Oh, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, shout out to everyone that's here. First live, guys. So show some support, show some support, show some love. Okay, so my camera might start acting crazy here because I moved my hand. So just kind of want to give you guys an FYI for a little bit. But yeah, so I was like, hey, I'm Nigerian, so we exchanged contacts, and then 2 weeks later, he calls me up. He's like, hey, Manuel, I think this opportunity might be good for you. And I was like, what's the opportunity? And he's like, well, can you jump on a Zoom call in the next 2 hours? I was like, cool, sure. It was a Thursday. It was 5 p.m. at the time, so I jumped on a Zoom call at 8. I jumped on a Zoom call. They made this presentation. They're like, "Yo, man, you can make a lot of money selling insurance." And I honestly, at the time, this was like when the pandemic was starting to set in, so I needed a little bit of money at the time, but also there was kind of like that element of like, hey, I don't know what the industry might happen at the job that I had at the time, so I went ahead and got into it. Let's just say, oh my god, it's so funny. My first sale, it took me 6 months to actually make my first sale. 6 months. My journey in insurance has been an up and a down journey. It's been probably more down than it's been up, but obviously there's been lessons that I learned from it. And hence the reason why I'm making this live broadcast right now. Okay. So I for the first 6 months, you're like, hey man, you gotta make a list of your top 25. You got to go on your contact zone, your contact list right now. You got to write it down. You got to be like, hey, and I was like, okay, cool. What do I tell them? They're like, no, 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 no. It's fine. Just have them book a Zoom call with me. I was like, all right, fine. I did. And then they pitched him, and then they got on the Zoom. They're like, hey, well, you can make extra income doing this. You can make an extra this. The side hustle. It's like the side hustle game. And my friend's like, yeah, Emmanuel, I don't trust that. That's MLM. I'm not doing it. And then I lost friends. And then my one policy that I sold was this one guy. I mean, phenomenal dude, phenomenal dude. He trusted in me, trusted in my leadership, bought a policy. I don't know how he did it. Obviously, continued to do in the industry as time went on. But let's just say it's funny looking back at it right now. But let's just say I lost a friend because the promises that was made into the business he didn't see the results. Okay, but long story short, I ended up proceeding and continued on in the insurance industry, and I actually did see results. I actually genuinely, if I'm being honest with you, I did see results. But I'm going to cover out how I was able to see results. I'm going to cover it towards the end of the stream. Now, I want you to stick around to the end to this. I want you to stick around till the end of the stream because as you stick around to the end of the stream, I'm going to be giving away one free bonus. I'm going to be giving away something for free, and you can use it if you wanted to. But I'm also going to show you how you can go ahead and grow your business. Okay, but um, I the lessons that I took away from insurance pushed me into getting into SaaS. Okay, but how I got into SaaS is something I'm going to cover later because how I got into SaaS is kind of a little bit very weird, but you're going to understand the journey. But what are you going to gain from this class? You are going to gain one. You're going to gain marketing techniques. Okay, you're going to learn the secrets and tools that I've used to grow my current business that we have right now, Rise Results, which is a virtual assistant service. Now it's to the point now that we actually have more customers requesting virtual assistants than we have virtual assistants. So I'm going to be sharing with you the secrets and tools that we went ahead and used to grow our business. Okay. And then also, why is this masterclass vital for your agency growth? If you're an insurance agent, if you're an insurance agent and you're looking to recruit, this is it. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is a B2B, business to business strategy. I'm not doing a B2C strategy. I'm going to be sharing a business to business strategy. So if you're a business owner, you're going to want to definitely stick around. Okay. So why is this masterclass vital for your agency growth? It's vital because it teaches you how to get more customers. And if you're an agency, it teaches you how to recruit more agents. That's the importance of this masterclass. So if you're like, hey, I don't want more agents, okay, that's fine. Go watch something else. Generally, just go. But if you are like, hey, I want to recruit more people in my business, then obviously stick around. If you're a high level agency owner and like, hey, I need more clients, stay. If you're like, I don't want more clients, cool. Then this is not a class for you. The next master class will be something that might be for you. But what does success look like for your high level agency? What does success look like for your business? Insert your business in there. What does success look like for you in your life? Okay. Oh, that's crazy. I'm looking at all right. I'm not gonna pay attention to how many live viewers we have. 600 viewers. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining on. Thanks again for being supporting guests. But uh, what does success look like for your business? All right. I want you to think about that. Most people are like, I'm the CEO of this company doing $1 million a year. Okay, good. If your business is doing $1 million a year and you're only taking in 2 to 3% profit of 30 grand, is that really a successful business? You just wanted to say that you're success, a CEO of a 7-figure company. If that's what success looks like for you, that's perfectly fine. If success looks like, hey, I'm able to put food on my kid's table. I have a 5-year-old son. I have a 4-year-old that's gonna be 5. He's gonna be 5 in a month. Okay, I did tell him he's 5 now. All right, but what does success look like for me? I'll tell you what it looks like for me. Putting my kid through school, making sure that he doesn't have to stress about anything, making sure that I personally, at the end of the day, have the ability to give to my church, have the ability to take care of my sister, my niece, and my mom. Because my mom, for the most part, her medications are not the cheapest. So to be able to do that, that's what success looks like for my business. Honestly, I do it for my family. Why do you do it? What does it look like for your business? Is it having 100 students? Is it having 500 clients? Is it what is it for your business? You need to define that. Okay. And then once you define that, is this question, I want you to ask yourself this question. Have you ever wondered how more users will impact your business? Okay, this is speaking to high level agents, high level business owners. Have you ever wondered how more users will impact your business? Or if you're a business owner, have you ever wondered, well, how more clients will impact your business? Be genuinely honest with yourself. Have you ever wondered how more clients will impact your business? Is it going to impact your business in a positive way? Is it going to impact your business in a negative way? I want you to think about that. How will more clients impact your business? Now, here is the follow up to my story as everything begins to get better. Okay, remember I told you guys I was going to continue the story. So 6 months into the insurance, I didn't see any success. And I remember I got a text message out of the blue, and this guy's like, "Hey man, you should come work for my insurance agency. We have free leads, 100% comp." I have no clue what it was, but he said he had leads. I personally at the time didn't know what leads was because I came from a corporate industry. I came from corporate America. So corporate America, I was not used to dealing with leads. I didn't had wasn't used to doing with anything had to do with marketing. And this guy was talking about leads. So I remember I jumped on and I jumped on to see what his this lead was. The dude showed me a map. Oh my god! When I mean my mind was blown, I mean legitimately my mind was blown. All right, so he showed me a map. Okay, so imagine a map of the United States, right? And this guy, the map was red, and I was like, "What is the red spots?" He goes, "The more the red spots are, the more the leads are." I was like, "Okay, what are the leads?" He's like, "Those are people who raised their hands saying that they wanted to purchase insurance." So I was like, "Okay." I was like, I had no idea people actually wanted insurance. Listen, prior to me becoming an insurance agent at the time, I didn't even know that you even wanted to get life insurance. I thought like life insurance was a thing you got if you were 105 and you were about to croak. I do apologize for anyone else who might be like 105. If you're 105 watching this, my bad. Hopefully, by the grace of God, you live to 125. Okay, boom. That's my prayer for you. But he showed me this, and I was like, okay, all right. I'm like, how does this work? He's like, hey, this is how much this leads words. This is how much it leads costs. This is how much you spend on this lead. This is how much you do this. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'll do it. And I kid you not, I put in 25 bucks. I okay, I can't swear. I don't like swearing. I can't say like I swear on like anything. But I put in 25 bucks, $25. $25. I think I bought like four or five cheap leads from like mailers, and I bought some NL leads and all that stuff. I remember I called this one guy. If you're watching this, if you're watching this, Lex, you are the I want you have made a positive impact in my life more than I will ever admit. But I remember I called this guy and I was like, "Hey, I see on here that you said that you fill out this form regarding getting mortgage protection, all that stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, but I did this 2 months ago. Someone already came over." And I'm like, "Oh yeah. I know. I'm just following up on him. I didn't even know the script. I just watched a few YouTube videos." He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, someone already came over." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm just following up on what the guy, what he did." He's like, yeah, I don't think I need to. I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. No, I just really want to I just want to close this file out." And he's like, "Okay, can you come up to Saturday at 10 before 10?" And the dude lived 45 minutes away. And I was like, I can be there by 8. This was Saturday, next day, Saturday. So he's like, "Yeah, but just let you know, if you're not here by 10, don't ever call me. Don't ever talk to me again." And I showed up, boom, knocked on the door. And I was like, I was so nervous. What I mean, I was so nervous, dude. I was so nervous. Okay. I remember I got out of my car. I wore the best suit, which is probably the cheapest suit I had at the time. But I wore the best suit that I had, and I walked in. It's 8 in the morning. I knocked on the door because he had to go to a funeral, and that's the reason why I had to be early. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand the context. And I knocked on the door, and I was like, "Hey, it's Emmanuel." We spoke on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, come on in. We have me and my wife and kids are praying, so just make yourself comfortable in the living room." So I went and I sat in the living room to make myself comfortable. And he came down and we start talking. I'm looking at asking financial inventory. This guy was a trucker. He made good money. And I'm going to just shorten the version, the story for you. That ended up being a sale. That ended up being a family that I helped. That ended up paying me almost $4,000. Okay. And I was there for 2.5 hours. And I remember I called the guy that got me in the business at the time. And I was like, "Hey, man, listen, I just sold and I just how much?" And he was like, "Whoa. How?" And I told him, he's like, "Okay, that's kind of a little weird." But long story short, what ended up happening later was I saw tremendous success, but then something happened. Something happened. And I'm gonna share with you. Just go ahead and stay on this trend because there may be a success, but my business went into a point in which it actually did go really, really downhill. That was a success and how it got started, but that's basically the struggles to success. Okay. But what changed my business? Okay. I want you to think about it from a perspective and ask yourself the same thing: is what challenges are you facing getting more customers into your agency? Because the challenge I was facing was I didn't have leads. I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't have anyone who was interested in my business. I didn't have anyone who wanted to work with me. I didn't have anyone who wanted to talk to me. I was an unknown. Nobody knew me. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew what I had to say. Nobody cared genuinely about what I had to offer. But the reality was because I didn't know that there were people out there that actually needed my service. I didn't know there were people out there that actually wanted to work with me. I didn't know that there were people out there that genuinely wanted me to help them. Okay, so what challenges are you facing in your business? Are you facing the challenge of getting more customers? Are you facing the challenge of getting paying new staffers? Business genuinely, I would say this, and this is a little diverted from the topic at hand. A lot of people go, I want to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people go, I wanna go ahead and start my own business. A lot of people go, I want to go ahead and do this. A lot of people go, I want to go ahead and do that. I want to go ahead and do this. I want to go do that. And I will be the first to tell you this: is going into business is probably the best and the worst decision that you're going to face, because the trials you're going to face is probably going to test your personality, because you're going to have to change the person that you are in some way, shape, or form, become a better person to be able to succeed in business. So you're going to have to ask yourself, what challenges do you face in a business? Genuinely, what challenges? Right? Okay, so I want you to look at this. This is a very nice staircase, but I want you. The reason why I put in this is I want you to understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, because you're going to ask yourself, is there light at the end of the tunnel? If your business is currently in a position in which you're struggling to get more customers, if your business is, you're probably in debt to your vendors, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, what's the big idea for accelerating agency growth? Okay, listen, my slides, I'm going to be forewarned and just basically let you guys know I'm still getting good at this. Okay. So if my slide game is completely off, just know that it's completely off. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. What's the big idea for accelerating agency growth? Okay. And why is getting more clients important? Okay. Remember when I said the light at the end of the tunnel? Why is getting more clients in the tunnel? Believe it or not, more clients, more recruits into your business is the light at the end of the tunnel. It's probably what you need to save your business, because leverage and getting more people into your business, getting in more customers, getting in more clients is something that you genuinely need for your business. So why is getting more clients important? Okay. Why is it important to keep your pipeline full? Think about that. The more people that come in, the more people are going to buy from you. Why is that important? Is how critical is keeping your pipeline full? It is so critical that you want to understand is the one sale that I had, my first sale, I want you to understand, my first sale was a pivotal moment for me, because I understood that leads generally did work. I understood that leads generally was a way, because guess what? I went on over the next few months to spending $3,000 to $7,000 a week on leads, because I knew that all I needed was one person who was interested in buying my product every day, and that would help me reach a specific income level. Okay, so same thing is keep your pipeline full. If you're an insurance agent, how is important is it in recruiting more agents? If you're a business owner, how important is it getting more clients into your business? And I'm talking about business. The strategy I'm showing you is a business to business strategy. It works on the business to consumer, but more or less, it's more tailored to business strategy. Okay, so you want to know the reason why I was able to succeed as an insurance agent? This is kind of a redundant question, honestly, because if you don't know the reason why, then you probably weren't paying attention for the past. I've been live now for like what, 15 minutes. If you don't know the reason, then you probably weren't paying attention. And I'm going to assume that you were paying attention. So if you were paying attention, then I want you to say, I want you to know that the reason why that my business succeeded. Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a wild guess. Was it, the sun was shining that day? Was it, I, won the lottery? Was it, that I was such a phenomenal person and people just wanted to buy from me? Was it, I was just that good? Was it, I was that charming and handsome? Which some of you might not see me handsome, but I think I am. But what was it? It was leads. It was the fact that I had more people coming in my business and more people that wanted to talk to me and more people that wanted me to help them. Okay, that was it. It was leads. So leads. Bam. So what problems did I solve when I started getting leads into my agency? I would never say agency. Getting leads in general. I made more money. Okay, a lot of people are like, oh, Emmanuel, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. You talk about money. It's not about the money. Okay, that's fine. It's not about the money. Okay, but if you are laying down on there on the streets and the sidewalk, you don't have a blanket, you don't have a cold, you don't have anywhere to sleep, you don't have anything warm, because on the other side of what you want is money. Most people say money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't buy happiness, Emmanuel. You cannot be happy with money. Sure. Try going to, having a sick mom and going to the hospital and telling the doctor, hey, can you treat her just out of the kindness of your heart? The doctor's gonna be like, nah, sorry, my friend, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. It's very important that you make money in your business because guess what? When you make money in your business, you can go ahead and help other people. One thing about me is I'm very charitable. I like to donate to my church. I mean, most people might not know this. I'm a big Christian. I personally believe that God has helped me in every part of my business, in most of everything I've been through in life. So I like to donate to church. You might like it, you might not like it. That's just my personal preference, right? Free country. But what problems did I solve when I started getting leads into my business? Was I made money, I helped more families, simple stuff. So, who's ready to get to next 30 customers? Like I said, this slide is super off, okay? Super off. So, no transition. Who is ready to get the next 30 customers? Raise your hand. I'm not going to raise my hand because my camera goes crazy. But who's ready to get the next 30 customers? Is it you? Because I know I'm ready to get my next 30 customers. So, let's talk strategies, baby. Let's talk strategies. All right. So, the first thing first is okay, why do I have a gold and silver icon? Okay. And that's because first you have to ask yourself, who is your ideal customer? You see, you want to know the number one mistake most people make in business? They try to sell to everybody. It's like imagine you're going on a date and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to date anybody and anybody that just comes in my life. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if this person's mind is right for me. It doesn't matter if the person is going to help me mentally. It doesn't matter if this person is going to be beneficial in my life. Just whoever it is, whoever it is. Let me know what your odds are of actually succeeding in the dating market. It's probably not going to work. But if you say, you know what, I want to date this person, this is their value, this is what they value in life, this is how they look, this is what this is, your odds of actually attracting that person is very high. So I want you to think about this. So the other day, me and my girlfriend were driving, and one of the things we like to do is we like to rent cars. So we rented. I can't believe what the car she was talking about, but I believe it was a. We had a car that had a Tennessee license plate. So it had a Tennessee license plate on it, but then it also had something that was very unique. Let's just say she has a dirty mind. So it had something that had a very dirty implication to it. And if you don't know what that is, that's fine. This is a R-rated. This is not an R-rated broadcast, guys. Okay, so it's anyone can watch it. Okay, but she saw that and it was stuck in her mind. And she's like, ever since then, I have been seeing Tennessee license plates that have that something similar to it. Now, why is that? There's something called the reticular activating system in your brain. The reticular activating system in your brain is in charge of tuning things out. You ever notice that the car that you have right now, before you bought that car, before you started driving that car, you probably only saw it a few times. But the moment you started searching for the car, the moment you started driving the car, you start seeing cars like it everywhere. Like for instance, I drive a Honda Accord. I love my Honda Accord. People are like, dude, you can buy a nicer car. I'm like, why? I have no one to impress. Genuinely, I'm not trying to get into a $900 a month or $2,000 a month mortgage a car payment for something I'm only gonna drive probably, collectively a few hours, a day, a few hours a month, a few hours a week. So it doesn't justify it. So I love my Honda, but guess what? Do I see everywhere I go? My Honda. Not it might not be the exact same thing, but I see it everywhere. Now, what is the important behind the example is this: when you identify who your target audience is, when you identify who's that specific person that you want as a customer, it is almost actually think about this. There's something that goes on in your brain where it says, "Okay, I'm going to expand more of what this person is focusing on. I'm going to show them more of people like this. I'm going to show them more of customers like this. I'm going to show them more of people that exactly fit the brand and narrative that they are thinking of." Okay, so importance of target customers. Okay, so now, why do I have a pissed off lady? Okay, here. She looked like she's frustrated. I don't think she's pissed off. She's probably more frustrated here is because what pain points do your customers have? Okay, strategy number two. Have you identified the pain points of your customers? Because the thing is, this is most people start an agency, start a business, and they go very broad and not knowing the pain point. You have to, okay, so I want you to think about, I'm going to change your perspective on money. Oh my God, I wish I had my money. I wish I had cash. I don't have cash. But whenever people pay, when you spend money, right? What is the first thing most people think about, especially when they have a scarcity mindset? They go, "Wait, I just spent $200. I just spent $300. That means my account is $300 or $200 less. That means my account is $400 or $500 less. That means my account is $600 or $700 less." People associate pain because they associate how hard they worked for that money. Because if I had to put in blood, sweat, and tears to get that money, and then I'm shelling out of giving away $200 to $300, you best believe I feel some pain associated with that because I have to go out there and make more pain and make more money. So you have to think about it from a perspective of if your product is not solving a pain, which means is the if the pain if the freedom that they get from basically solving the pain is not greater than the freedom that they have from keeping their money. Because generally, let me tell you something, money is freedom. Because the less money you have, the less free you believe you think you are. If you don't have enough money right now, you can't go to that nice restaurant and eat. If you don't have enough money right now, you cannot take your wife or husband or whoever your partner is out on a date. Money is freedom because it gives you access to things. Now, if basically them giving up the access that the money gives them and purchasing your product, if your product does not give them greater value, then being genuinely honest with you, they're not gonna do it. So you have to understand the prospect pain point. You have to understand, hey, if I'm running a high level agency, if I'm running an agency at all, I need to understand that what I am solving for people, they have to be getting more of a better benefit than actually if I was, if they kept the money. Okay. Now, I drank a lot of coffee before this, guy, so FYI, I'm gonna be a little bit hyper. Okay. So, how does my agency help solve the problem? That's up to you. That's your question. I can offer you help on this, but I'm gonna share with you how I'm gonna be able to do that. Okay. Now, let's make sure that we have the stream, everything going on. I want to make sure that my moderators are. This is basically a team member, guys. We're going live, so you know we're going live. So since we're going live, pretty much this is what is going on right now. And that's basically my moderator is not here to moderate anything that's going on. So hey, I'm basically solo on this. But all right, so how long will it take you to solve the problem for them? Okay. Now the importance of understanding this is let's say your prospect's problem is, let's say you're a plumber and someone calls you and says, "Hey, my toilet is clogged because I went number 2 and I had some chicken curry, some Indian chicken curry, and man, that wrecked my stomach, and I clogged the heck out of that toilet." They come in there and you come in and you fix. That's a one-time fix. So that's a one-time charge. But if it's something that you can do a recurring billing, let's say the plumber's like, "Hey, every time your toilet is clogged, rather than you paying me one time, you can pay me every month. $200 a month, and anything that happens in your house, I come fix it. It's a membership, right? So you have to think about it from the problem is it a problem that you can solve one time, or is it a problem that you can put on a recurring billing? The reason why I want to do recurring billing is because it takes a lot to acquire a customer, but it doesn't take that much to keep a customer. So which means if you spend $200 to get one customer and you keep them over the lifetime of your business, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6 months, that now basically means your lifetime value of the customer is way better than a one-time purchase. Okay, so you have to understand what is the pain point, and is this something in which you can basically put on a subscription billing subscription model. Okay, so what exactly do you do to get more clients? Drum roll. Let me see. I think I should be able to have drum roll. Can I have drum roll? No, I can't have drum roll. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can add drum roll somewhere. Next live, guys, because I'm gonna do more of these. I am genuinely gonna do more lives. Okay, I am actually loving it. Okay, so what exactly do you do to get more customers? Do you go on social media? Go like, "Hey, grandma, do you need my product? Grandma, I'll teach you how to work on high level. Hey, grandma, do you use social media?" Okay, basically, do you leverage social media? Hey, you know what? It works. We use social media on our end, okay, but social media is a long term game, okay, because I have been posting on YouTube for the better part of 3 years. And some people are like, "Well, I've been watching a video for the past couple of years, and now I'm deciding to do business with you." I'm like, "Bro, it took you 3 years?" But some people just take that time. Some people take that time. It is a long-term strategy when you use social media, which means you can make a post today, and it would take you maybe 200 or 300 posts later down the line before somebody becomes a customer. You have to factor that in. You have to know that the social media is a long-term game. So is it social media? It does work, but that's not what I'm talking about. So because of that, we're gonna give it a. Oh man, I need to get some sound effect. I so need to get some sound effect. Oh my god, I want some sound effects. Okay, so do you do paid advertising? Do you do paid advertising? Let me tell you something. It's not a lot of people to get. If you're not going to spend at least a minimum of $1,000 on ads, you probably should not be doing ads. And being honest with you, most of you don't have $1,000 right now to go spend on ads. You can't afford to lose it because I'll say this: running social media ads is equivalent to being a scientist. You're running experiments. Are you an experiment? Do you like to do experiments? Are you? What's the name of the guy? Is it Einstein? Is that Einstein? I don't know. Somebody famous. Oh, Nikola Tesla. Let's use that. Are you someone who likes doing experiments? Because if you like doing experiments and burning money, then by all means, go ahead and do paid ads. 100% go ahead and do paid ads. But if that's not your thing, then that's not what we're going to focus on. So, boom, boom, get to buzzer. Eh. Okay, I really need some sound effects because this is starting to look like cheap production. Okay, so referrals. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. It's so funny. So have you ever tried acupuncture before? Oh my god, let me tell you something. If you want to know the best feeling you get is after you actually do an acupuncture. I did one, and Phenomenal guy. And I remember we were talking, and I was like, "Hey, why aren't you open on? I think he's only open on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. I'm like, why aren't you open on Mondays and Wednesdays?" He's like, "Because I don't have enough people to justify me being open for those days, so I just pay for the space for 3 days a week." And I'm like, "So how are you getting your customers?" He's like, "Well, I rely a lot on referrals. So any referrals that you guys can send me is something that basically will be able to help me help my business." I was like, "Oh, sure, that makes sense." But I'm like, why aren't you like getting more people in the door? And why are you just relying just on referrals? It's like, well, because I really don't know how to get anybody else, and it's not enough revenue after I pay bills left over to actually justify paid ads. That's probably where you are right now in your business, okay? Because you're probably relying on a referral network. Listen, I'm not knocking out referrals. We use referrals in our business, but referrals are not something that's predictable. Okay, we might get maybe 4 referrals a month, 5 referrals a month, okay, out of a vast client base. But is referrals really something that you're looking for? Yeah, it does work, but referrals are not sustainable for business growth. Referrals is not exactly how you grow a high level agency, because first off, you need customers coming into your high level agency first before you can actually go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and work that referral network, right? So, not referrals. Okay, now, why do I have an email in there? I have an email because for the win, cold emailing. Okay, why cold emailing? All right, okay. So it's. I'm gonna cover that in a later slide. I don't want to kind of go a little crazy here, but does cold emailing still work? Most of you are like, dude, what is cold emailing? Cold emailing is when you research a business and you email a business about your product and your service, saying, "Hey, I can help your business do ABC." That's what cold emailing is. Okay, that is what cold emailing is. But does cold email still work? 100%. 100% cold email still works. 100%. Most people are doing cold text messages. I mean, I can tell you cold text messages work, but we don't do cold text messages. I personally, the reason why I say cold email and the reason why cold email is here's why. It's cost effective. It's literally cost effective. For less than $300 a month, $400 a month, if you have the right cold emailing tools, you'll be able to pretty much generate, anything from 10, 15, maybe even 20 clients a month versus you running paid ads, which will cost you probably 3 to 4 grand just to generate that same amount customer base, right? So is cold email cost effective? Yeah, it totally is. Trust me, it's the amount of money that we spent. I was spending at peak, I was spending about $20,000 on paid advertising to grow our current business brand. And we did the math, and I'm like, dude, we could just run cold emails and actually get more customers as opposed to running paid ads. Just fully being blunt and honest with you there. So cold email, very, very cost effective. Okay, you have access to more businesses, right? So and you get to choose the network, which means I get to choose who I'm reaching out to, not relying on Facebook, not relying on Google. And here's the thing: is I get to choose my customers. I get to choose who I'm working with. It's like imagine you go into the store, you go to the restaurant. You don't want the restaurant to say, "Hey," some of you might be like, "This is our best dishes." Rather than you picking, they're like, "Yo, this is the dish. You eating this. You don't have a choice." And you're like, what do you mean? You're eating this dish. We told you eating it. You're eating it, and you don't have a choice. How many of you will sign up for that? Not a lot. Not a lot of people will. Not a lot of people will. I'm a little short on time here as we have a live podcast that we have to do here. The next guest, so I'm gonna kind of speed up here, but that's the equivalent of basically relying on paid ads. Is you're relying on basically Google and the rest to basically get you customers versus you actually get to pick your customers with cold emailing. Okay. Now, most businesses and business owners have to check their emails. You have to. I check my emails. You know how many cold emails I've gotten? I've had people like, "Hey, Manuel, I can help you SEO your YouTube. Hey, man, I can help you get the views. Hey, I can help you do your thumbnail. Hey, I can help you do ABC. Hey, I can help you do DEF. Hey, I can help you do GHI. Hey, I can help you do all that stuff." But frankly, honest with you, I check my emails. I'm like, all right, cool, read it. Yeah, doesn't help me. Bye, next. But you're still required to. And most importantly, okay, this is so out of order. AI. AI. Okay. Because what I'm about to share with you is how you can cold email people without actually you doing it yourself. Artificial intelligence can do it automatically for you. Automatically, AI can do it for you. Okay. So I struggled to grow my business initially. Being genuinely honest with you, I struggled to grow. I've almost any business I've started, honestly, has been kind of brutal. Has been genuinely kind of brutal. And I struggled to grow my business. And because no one knew me, dude. I mean, most of you even watching this live and you're like, whoa, who's this dude? Who's this good looking guy next to an elephant that's broadcasting? If I sound a little egotistic, unfortunately, I kind of am. But no one knew me. No one knew me. No one knew who I was. No one knew who my name is. No one knew my last name. No one knew what value I had to offer. And you're probably in the same boat. No one knows you in your business. No one knows you in your industry. Nobody knows who you are. I had no social media following or email list, so no one was sending me thirst traps. Just kidding. I had to throw that in, and that was a joke. But I had no social media following. I had no email list. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know. No one knew. No one knew who I was. I was still very new in the industry. These were factors that probably that helped me struggle. That helped me. That basically caused me to struggle in my business. And you're probably struggling through the same thing right now. I had barely enough money to run paid ads. Very frankly honest with you, I wasn't making that much money. I didn't have enough money to run paid ads, and I ran paid ads, and I still lost the money. And you're probably in that boat right now. You cannot afford to lose any money. You can't afford to. Genuinely, you can't. I was putting more than $30,000 worth of debt from agents I'd hired to come work with me. Imagine this. I gave an opportunity and I was put in debt. You're probably not in $30,000 worth of debt, so hopefully not. Okay. But being frankly honest with you, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what's in your mind right now that's stopping you from like, hey, I can get more customers, I can get more clients. But I would tell you, business is hard. Genuinely, business is hard. I know who's watching this that needs to hear this, but business is genuinely, I'll be honest with you, business is hard. Straight up. You're gonna have sleepless nights. You're gonna have nights in which you're like, you know, customers are gonna cancel. Clients are gonna call you. They don't want to do business with you. You're gonna have negative reviews. You're gonna have your key employee leave. Business genuinely is hard. Being honest with you, but honestly, what I want to do is I want to show you how you can avoid the mistakes I've made. Because honestly, it doesn't stop there. I had no skills or expertise in running any business, an actual business, SaaS, software, otherwise, zero. There's no business school for like the mistakes that you actually experience in business. Generally, there's no business school for that. Most people generally do suffer. Most people generally do struggle. Most people generally are faced with a lot of. It's nothing prepares you for what comes in actually when you actually are running a business. Nothing prepares you for it. It's filled with a lot of heartaches. It's filled with a lot of self doubt. But okay, cold emailing helped me. It helped me get more customers. It helped me keep my pipeline full. It helped me pay my staff. Okay, it helped me take my son to Legoland, and we just took him to what's this place, aquarium. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. I know I'm kind of this is like therapy. You guys are gonna be my therapist right now, but I was kind of disappointed. The sharks weren't big enough, and then they put the sharks with like other fishes, and I was like, why are the sharks with other fishes when they're supposed to be sharks? I was like, this is supposed to be the animals of the sea. Let them be, And I was like, I was disappointed, genuinely disappointed. But that's it. Therapy over. Send me the bill. Now, who's ready to start booking more B2B appointments? If you're ready, let me hear you say, I'm ready. Who's ready? Kind of a little animated, but who's ready? Okay, so I want to introduce you guys to my Road to 30 coaching program. Road to 30 is Road to 30 breaking the speed limits, which means if you're going 25, we get you to 30 so you can get a speeding ticket. But no, just kidding. Road to 30 is road to getting your 30 customers. Okay, now what do you get when you get into Road to 30 coaching program? And you're like, Emmanuel, are you about to pitch me? You bet you I'm about to pitch you. I'm about to pitch you right now. But honestly, it's up to you. It's a yes or no if you want to join the program. If not, it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but you go ahead and make the decision for yourself. So this is basically the Road to 30 coaching program, baby. Now, you get access to my weekly live trainings, which means you jump on a Zoom call with yours truly, where I basically talk about, I basically coach on high level. If you're new to high level, we're currently in high level. I will give you the technical expertise that's needed in high level, and I'm also going to teach you about how to get your next 30 customers automatically, which means AI will do it for you. You're like, whoa, bro, that's so cool. Whoa, bro, it's so cool. I don't think anyone's saying that, but that's what I'm saying in my head right now. Now, what else is you are basically going to get exclusive 1 hour call email and high level mentoring from me. That means I'm actually going to free up my time and you go ahead and get into it. And basically, we spend an hour together. Now, obviously, since I'm spending an hour, unfortunately, I'm not taking in too many people. And this is not a scarcity thing. This is generally because I don't have that much time. All right. And I'm actually offering this. It's a value of $3,000, but it's way, way, way more than that. But the reason why I just put it in there is because generally I believe that's the value that people perceive that they receive from spending an hour with me. Because if that hour that you spend with me makes you 3,000 a month or more than that, then genuinely I think it's an hour basically worth spending with me. Okay. So now what next? You get 5 hours of free onboarding support. What does that mean? That means I'll actually put an assistant in your business, a virtual assistant in your business that will help you onboard your new customers into your high level agency, help you onboard your new customers into whatever business you're running right now. We'll do the training. We'll get them in there into your business. 5 hours of free onboarding support. Now, what else? You get access to my the Rising Academy, which is basically just an online learning platform. I'm usually the charge. I'm charging $199 for it per month, but you get it for free when you go ahead and join the basically the Road to 30 coaching program. Value 19.99. I gotta put the dollar sign in there. So next time I do this presentation, I'll put a dollar sign in there. All right. Now, instead of paying a total of $11,190, phenomenal math. I don't think it's 11,990. Is it though? Yeah. Instead of paying that, you get it for free. You're like, bro, nothing is free. Nothing is free. No, you do generally get it for free. But when you sign up for High Level, there's an affiliate link in the description. You click on it, and there's going to be my beautiful face on there with a video. You can skip the video and sign up. When you become a paid member, just go ahead and email me at Emmanuel@RisinResults.com. The link is going to be in the description. Go ahead and email me, Emmanuel@RisinResults.com, and I'll go ahead and basically jump in with you and give you access to all the stuff for free. Okay. What else? Or you can basically just pay the retail price of $497 a month, and you get access to all of this stuff. It's a monthly subscription, and you get to join the Road to 30 coaching program. Now, let's recap. A few things we covered here is we covered find your target audience. Okay, this is what you will get in the Road to 30. I'll actually work with you as far as how to identify your customers. Now, most of you are like, Emmanuel, what authority do you have to do this? I used to be a flight instructor, guys. I trained 187 people on how to fly airplanes. If you think it's if you think it's difficult to teach you how to get customers, try teaching a 17 or an 18-year-old that doesn't have a driver's license how to fly an airplane. Try doing that. It's very easy. I'm going to teach you how to basically grow your business. So we'll teach you how to get your target audience. We'll teach you about various marketing methods, cold emailing, and if you want to spend more money, we'll teach you about the paid advertising as well. And obviously, you get access to my cold emailing secrets. So join in the Road to 30 coaching program. Link in the description. Or just go ahead and email me, Emmanuel@RisinResults.com. Now, I know that there's a 497. Unfortunately, this is an application, so which means there's no like, hey, pay 497. It's genuinely just you jump on a meeting with me, and then if I see that we are a fit, then we will take payment. If we're not a fit, then genuinely I would say, hey, unfortunately, I can't help you. So this is a very selective because I'm very selective about who I spend my time with. So yeah, and then if you email me, tell me how much it, like, hey, I signed up for my high level, and tell me why I should work with you. I genuinely because I genuinely want to help people, but I want to help people who are genuinely willing to participate in their own rescue. Honestly, okay. Now, time for some questions. Questions. What if I don't? What do I do if I don't have a business? If you don't have a business, I mean, why are you trying to start a business? This first question. Why do you want to be a business owner? Because it's hard. You could just go get a 9 to 5 and go to corporate America or wherever it is. Why do you want to start a business? Now, if it is that you generally want to be a business owner and you don't know what business to start, you go ahead and email me at Emmanuel@RisinResults.com. Once you join the Road to 30 coaching program, or you sign up for High Level via the paid link, and then become a paid member and then email me, we'll go ahead and discuss how we can go ahead and get you what business and what niche you should target. Okay. I already have a high level. And 497 is too expensive. Honestly, if you don't want to sign up for the coaching program, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's fine if you just watch YouTube videos that I've been posting. I'm sure I'm going to give some secrets away. Now, I already have high level. That's fine. 497 a month. All right. And if you're like, no, that's perfectly fine too. You got to ask yourself if you're actually in the process of actually considering actually sign up for a coaching program, then your business is not at a point in which that it's supposed to be. And if your vision for your business is getting your business to 20 to 40,000 a month, and you're currently at 5 to 10,000 a month, then it's costing you 20,000 extra a month to not be at 40,000. Think about how much about the opportunity cost. If you want to be at 40 and you're making 20, so for every month that you're not making 20,000 a month, you are losing 20,000 a month. It costs you money to not make money. If you're not a millionaire and you're making 200 grand a year, it's costing you 800 grand a year to not be a millionaire. 497 is, and if you pay the 497, you're like, I didn't get any value for this, just send me an email, man. I'll give you money back. I have no attachment to it. The reason why I'm even charging 497 is I want you to understand is you value what you pay for. I want your time and I also want your commitment. Because if I'm willing to give them 100%, when you pay, you give you 100%. What people pay, they pay attention to. All right, now. How often is live trainings? Weekly, baby. We do 2 drive trainings a week. You get a training on Thursday and on Tuesday, and then anything else with the schedule, we'll go ahead and send you an email, and then you get a Slack message I don't like doing Facebook groups because honestly, I don't want it in Facebook groups. So you just get a Slack message or you be get a message from our community program. Okay. How do I get access to the course? Once you sign up on the onboarding, you'll be given access to the course. And do you accept payment plans? Um, Honestly, I haven't thought about payment plans. I probably should. Who knows? Just email, and it will discuss. We will discuss over email. As you guys know, there was really no structure to this presentation because honestly, I just want to talk live. I enjoy like this being live and talking. I'm gonna try to see if I can also stream on Twitch. Now we're kind of getting sidetracked, but click link in the description if you want to work with me. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with your friends and family. And I'm gonna try to see here. We should be doing a live podcast here in a bit. If not, it's probably going to be recorded and it'll be broadcasted to you guys as well for your records. What else? What tools do I need to get started cold emailing? That would also be covered in the Road to 30 coaching program. But how do I get the training for free? Once you pay high level pays, and then it's an affiliate link, so we get paid a commission. So which means high level will actually pay the membership for you. And I know that there's a discrepancy of hey, it's 497, but then high level is 497. If you sign up for the affiliate link, then I don't want you to be paying twice. I don't want you to be paying high level 497 and then paying us 497 as well. So I understand that you're actually fully committed. So for that, has the reason why you basically can work with me from joining the high level network that I'm building. Or if you want to come out from the outside, you can just pay an outside fee of 497. So yeah, pretty much it. That is the end of the slideshow, guys. And just stick around. Later on in the week, I'm gonna be doing a training on just going to stop my sharing. And okay, perfect. So just go ahead and stick around, guys. And within the week, I'm gonna a training, just a live training as to how to grow, little extra things that you can add in your business, how you can grow your business, little extra features that you can use, and all the good stuff. And hopefully you got some value from this. Like, subscribe, and obviously, guys, that's the end of the live, and we'll see you guys on a future live stream. Enjoy. And yeah, okay, enjoy.